YouTube is happening. It is Tuesday, June 17th, and now we're going to look at the WNBA because this is the biggest slate they've had so far this season. There's only 13 teams in the entire league, and 12 of them are playing today. So this is a big slate. We got 6 games on the slate. We're going to break this game down. We're going to look at all the spreadsheets. We're going to look at the props, see if we can find value like we always do. Now, got to pull up how we did in the last time, and we can see over here. Now, for some reason, it didn't post on Patreon. I have no clue. Patreon's weird sometimes. It doesn't want to post things like it should. I usually check it, but I missed it. If you're on Patreon and if you ever see it don't get posted, let me know. So it occasionally messes up. So these are the plays I took. We took Chicago on the money line. They were a 1.5-point dog. Just took them outright to win. They won. And then we took Atlanta by 4.5. Atlanta won by like 15 or something like that. So 2-0 on the day. It was a great day overall. If you want the plays typed out for every sport I do, for everything, just check out the HQ. Simple as that. Or you can get the spreadsheets. They're there for you as well. So enough of that. We have 6 games. Let's stop wasting time. Let's jump to that first game right now. All right, first game is going to be Atlanta and New York. Currently, we see New York is a 7.5-point favorite on the spread with a 162.5 total. We head over here to the actual spreadsheet. We can see our numbers. Atlanta's been playing great their last 5 games. Look how good they're playing. They got the 3-game win streak. They're 8-2. New York finally lost a game. Said in the last video, I said, hey, New York's going to Indiana. Clark's coming back. There's going to be a lot of emotion, a lot of drama there. Perfect chance for New York to lose. They lost. So we left it alone. We took Clark threes and she hit like 7 of them. It was amazing. So good stuff. Overall, look at this matchup. Number 1 offense versus number 1 defense. 88 points versus 71. 84 versus 72. 4 versus, yeah. There's no weaknesses really here to exploit. 4v1, 6v5, 1v5, 4v1. Yeah, there's nothing here. So I can't take New York 7.5 because the way the teams are playing, why would I ever do that? 162, I can't really take this because this is coming out to 173. Defense is coming out to 143. That's a 30-point window. We can't do anything with that. That's crazy. So what we can do is actually pop over to the props and see if anything looks good for us. This is Outlier, link in the pinned comment, click it, sign up, you get your week for free. Good stuff. So all the fun stuff, all the sites. And with NBA ending, everybody's going to start slowly coming over here to WNBA. Welcome if you're new, first time. Yeah, we do the same thing we do here. So we look at the stats, we try to find some winners. So I sort everything by last 5 here, though, not 10, because here is half of it's a 44-game season. It's a much shorter season. So we're already 10 games in, 10, 11 games. So the season's already a quarter of the way done. Believe it or not, it is. So we look at the overs. We have Gray, Howard, Gray. Now, Gray is going to be the obviously main target here. And then we got to look at Howard rebounds, assists, because she's pretty good at it. So these are the overs. Let's look at these 2 first. Yeah, Gray PRA over 25.5 is 31.2 over on average. Pretty good stuff. Only problem is, well, it's kind of hard to find a PRA prop at some books, but like I have to use Hard Rock in Florida because I'm in Florida. But it is they don't give PRA. They give you points and rebounds. That's it. So you have to go other alternatives. You know what I'm saying? I have to go to the beach and just keep going, and there's some out there that will let you. So that, or you can just do prospects, have little two slips and things like that. So PRA might be the play. We can also look at PR, which is 27 on 21. I think I like PRA better. That's nasty. Only game she did in New York was Connecticut, obviously. Head-to-head against New York. This is her New York career versus them. I care about this season. In this season, she's averaging 30.9. Yeah, this is a good play. Let's look at Ryan Howard. And yeah, we left that alone last game for a reason. Look what she did. It didn't. Yeah, Washington was number 1 in rebounds for a reason. And yeah, definitely showed out there. So I think New York's number 1 defense, though, on the defensive rating, if you didn't notice that. Number 1 defense, number 2 defense. Look at the differences. So I don't know what I want to do here. Actually, when you got 2 top defenses, you should probably look at an under, right? That would make the most sense. Unders, Cloud, 17.5 PRA, 0%. That might be our play for real. Let's see what we got. Yeah, Cloud going up against Atlanta's defense, who's playing great. This is elevate a little bit, probably. There's injuries that, if you know of injuries, because I'll be real, I don't follow this like I do NBA. I know this. You might not either. But hey, we're learning together. That's what we do. We learn here. Just like the NHL, I learned as I went. So we're seeing, I might just take this, to be honest. Like, look at that downtrend. Let's look at the minutes. Let's see the minutes. If minutes are still, even 30.5, you can barely get a 16 off. And now that was against Indiana, not Chicago, Washington, Connecticut, Washington. Yeah, you're facing Atlanta. Atlanta's been pretty good. You haven't faced them this season either. I think I'm gonna take this. This will be the play. You could go for an over with Gray if you want, but I think I want to go for the Cloud under. I think something's telling me it's 0%. Why not, right? You got 0, you got Cloud, Brittany Griner, points, rebounds. She can score 8 rebounds, so I'm a little concerned for that one. And I'm not going against Sabrina. Sorry, she's too good. So give me Cloud under PRA on this 0%. We're gonna ride with that and move on to the next one. All right, game 2 is going to be, let's load it up. It's going to be Connecticut, Indiana. So currently we have Fever at a 17.5 point favorite. You see right there with a 165.5 total. That's a big spread. Now we know Connecticut is statistically one of the worst, if not the worst team. You can see there's only 13 teams, and when you're 13th in many categories like this, that ain't good. So the best thing they're good at is shooting threes, which Indiana's really good at stopping. So Indiana by 17, it's a lot, but it might be the move. It could be the move for real. So even though they're only 5-5, it's just, but they got Clark back now. So we'll look at this. Go look at props. The main thing I'm looking at, show me Clark's threes. That's the main thing I want to see. Clark, what's your threes, please? There's your unders. Boston, points, rebounds, over, under. I'm going straight over. We're going to Clark. Clark, 36.5 PRA. Yeah, that's a lot, but I'm going straight to threes. That's where I'm going. There we go. 3 points made. All right, and it's 3.5 at plus 138. Oh, no. But 2.5 is 200? What are these lines? This is ridiculous. Nonsense. And the reason I'm looking at this is because, well, look who has the worst 3-point defense in the league. Yeah, exactly. So you could take Indiana easily. I could take Clark to get 4 threes. I think I'm just going to go 4 threes because you made 7 on New York, who is the #1 defense. What are you going to do to Connecticut, who's the worst defense? Now, only thing I'm concerned by is I don't know in the WNBA, is it kind of like the NBA where if it was a blowout, they kind of rest? That's the only concern I have because other than that, we look 3 points, 14 3-shot, 7 made. Yeah, I think she can make 4 threes for us, don't you think? I think we're good. So we're going to go Clark over 3.5 3-pointers and take the plus 138 potentially. I'll risk it. That's fine. I'll go for that. Let's take the over in this one and move on to the next one. Let me show you the rest. Some of you want to see the rest of the plays. I almost jumped ahead too fast. So let's go back to this one. So we got Mabry as well. Mabry's been doing good on the over, so we'll take a look at that. And then just to, just because we'll look at the unders too. So there's PRA for Mabry, 26.5, averaging a 30.4. The New York game, obviously New York's good. We know this, so I wouldn't touch this. This is too close anyways. 30 on a 26. Clark's a better play for me anyways. I would take Clark, then take the Fever, then take Mabry. And then what was that under we had? Let's go back to that under. Here we go. Boston. Let's look at Boston and see what she's been up to last. Yeah, when you're too close to that line 2 out of 3 times, that is not where I want to be. So too close. So yeah, we're going to stick with the Clark 3-pointers. They hit 4 of them because, yeah, why not? And moving on. Next. All right, game 3 is going to be Vegas and Minnesota. Currently, we are looking at Minnesota 13.5 point favorites at home. 161.5 is our total. Spreadsheet. Let's look over. And Minnesota is the second best team. Statistically, numbers, all that, what have you. 10-1, you can see the numbers. The numbers are great. They're good at what they do. So, #1 3-point shooting, 44% shooting. Really? That is crazy. Good stuff overall from them. So, again, 1v10. There's another potential 3-point play we could take. 1v9. 13.5 is not crazy. They're winning their games by 13 points. So, we could take that. Vegas is losing their games by average of 6. You add them up, about a 20-point difference. We could potentially use that. We'll see. Let's go look at props, see if we have anything in the props we could take. Now, we got to get rid of all these props. I got a bunch of garbage. I got to close them all out. And there we go. Back to it. Change to, this is Vegas and links, or aces and links. And we have 4 unders, which we have a under 10.5 rebounds assist. Sure. I'm glad to look at under. Thank you. Then we will swap to the overs real quick just to see. We have a lot of overs too. Collier, and McBride. So McBride and then Collier. Let's look at these two. Just look at the PRA and see what they're up to. This is the underplay. You can see 8.6 on 10.5. Not bad. Not bad. But you are going up against Vegas, who is 8th in rebounds and last in assists. So Minnesota's #1 in assists. I don't want to be a part of that. They're really good at it. So we're going to leave that under alone. McBride had a terrible game. Only played 21 minutes. 2 for 10 shooting, just was, yeah, no. Collier has been balling out all of a sudden. Like, look at these numbers. Now you're going against Vegas, who they ain't gonna stop you. They ain't gonna stop you. No, I don't see how they're gonna stop at all. How many? Yeah, you're a forward, but let's look. Yeah, you hit 3 threes. You'll be hitting threes. You're balling out. 37 on 40 is your average. 37 is your line. If anything, I don't even need assists. Just give me points, rebounds. That might be a better play anyway. So let's go PR. 33 on a 35. Actually, no, it's not. 3 points, 1.8, 1.5. Ugh. Okay. Kayla, show me your threes. Yeah, you were, look at this, and then nothing against LA. Now you're playing Vegas, who is 10th in 3-point defense. I might go back to this, to go back to the well. I took this one and didn't hit, but I also took one of these two and hit too. So 3.2 average on a 2.5, I can work with that. So you know what? Let's go for it. I'm going for it. If you don't like it, there's a couple other plays. You can take it if you want. I also like that Minnesota spread. I like it a lot. So much. I'm going with the spread instead. We're going to go Minnesota 13.5. Because Minnesota's good. Now, Indiana is 5-5 for a reason. Now, Clark is a big reason. That's why, but because she wasn't there. But Minnesota's good. Like, all the numbers are good. Just give me Minnesota to cover by 2 touchdowns. Next. Our game 4 is going to be Washington and Chicago. That's a lot of red. You'll see in a second, but damn. We got Washington 4.5-point favorites on the road. 155.5 is our total. Spreadsheet, here we go. There's your numbers. Points to the paint. This is going to be a lot of inside, lower scoring game. Teams can't score much. That means unders in play. It's the reason why it's 155. 147 combined points while giving up 162. That's our range. 155 is in the range. I'm still leaning under because the offensive rating is terrible. Defense, inside scoring means 2s and not 3s, which means slower game. Yeah, and we got to go to props. I mean, you know who we're going to look at probably, because Angel Reese had a game, didn't she, last time? Like, balled out. Was it a triple-double? Was it a full-on triple-double? We're about to find out because I can't remember. Where is he? Mystics and Sky. Reese. Oh, okay, we have no green. We have no green at all, but we'll still go look at Reese. We're going to look at that. Was it? I think it was a triple-double. A trippy-dubby. Let's see. PRA. Yeah, 11, 13, and 11. Not, yeah, got one of them Josh Hart triple-doubles. It's just did just enough to get it. What's the line on a TD3? Plus 2,000. Okay. All right. I'm not going to take any of that because it's not in the green. We don't do that. We'll look at the red, though. Ariel Atkins has not been doing too well. So let's see why. And then Cardoso, Reese again, rebounds, assist, but we know she can get rebounds. We're not, yeah, that missed last time because of the triple-double. Atkins, yeah, let's do Cardoso and look at the others. Just look at these two and see if there's anything here. You balled out here, but then you've been ramping back up. I don't like this. It's like the stock market. You start feeling it, start getting more and more, and all of a sudden, yeah. And then lastly, you're too close too. I don't like this. I don't like this. If anything, I like the under because I don't trust their shooting. Look, the teams can't shoot well. They're the worst 3-point shooting team, the 3rd worst 3-point team, the 3rd and 4th worst 2-point shooting team. They can't score points. Just give me the under 155 and call it a day on this one, right? Why even sweat this one? 155.5 under. Next. All right, moving on to game number 5 now. We have Golden State and Dallas, our expansion team versus our 1-11 team. Expansion team's 5-5. That usually doesn't happen, but hey, whatever. Currently we have 3.5 for Dallas at home. Dallas has gotten me like 3 times on the money line this year. Not again. We can't do it again. 164.5 is our total. Let's look over here at the spreadsheet and see a lot of red. A lot of red happening. That's a lot for Dallas. 7-game losing streak, 1-9, 1-11's record. Golden State's doing good. Shooting 2s, defensively inside. They just own the inside. Defense overall is pretty good. I get Golden State plus 3.5 on the road, and they're doing this well against Dallas. I don't even want props, but yeah, we'll look at props anyways, because I'm probably going to take Golden State. So, head over here, load up the right game, shall we? This is going to be Valkyries and Wings, and there we go. And Paige is the only red on here for over 3. She's not hit 2 threes in 4 out of 5 games. Go to the other side, we got Carrington and Burton. Let's open both of these up, see if anything looks good. I'm not going to take it under on Paige. Yeah, all over the place, but when you pop off, you pop off. So last 5, you're averaging 20 on a 16. You could take this. That's even close. I still like the Golden State spread better. Just like it better. That's just my opinion. And then we got Carrington, last 5, 21 and 18. Also not bad. So the props are not bad. The spread's not bad. I think I just like Golden State better as a team because mainly because these numbers right here. That's good. That's good stuff. The only thing they're bad at is shooting threes. And they probably don't even shoot that many threes if they're that bad. But they score, they point, they rebound number one. Yeah, give me Golden State plus 3.5 on the road. So GS plus 3.5 is on play. Let's go to the last game. All right, let's move on to the last game, which is going to be Seattle and Los Angeles. And currently we have Seattle is a 9.5 point favorite on the road. Yeah, 154.5 is our total. Let's bounce over here to the spreadsheet. And we see both teams are good, though. Both teams are good. LA's defense is a little rough. They're last in defense. They're giving up 88.6 points a game. That ain't that good. But everything else is pretty comparable to their opponent. So, again, number one is scoring in the paint. This is a very fast team. You can see how they are. Typically in basketball, you see the fastest teams tend to have the highest amount of points given up. So I can see an over potentially being a play here. What is our over under? 167. What's our line? 154. Hold up now. We might 166 and 167. So we have a very, very tight window, but our total's way down here. Over. Yeah, over. That's where I'm going. Let's go look at some props real quick, shall we? Let's take a little peek ski at some Storm Spark props. Last 5, we have Gabby to do Gabby things. And then let's go and swap to the other side. And we got Kelsey Plum. Not taking under. You've only gone over this points once in 5 games. Damn. Yeah, we'll look at, you cost me money, but we're gonna look at all 4 of these. Why not? They're all red. So here's the green one. That's not bad. Pretty good. I still like the over way better than this. There you go. Go away. You under. I took the under and you did this to me. So not again. You fooled me once. Shame on you. Not again. Same story here. No. Too close. Everything is just way too close. I need some like terrible under 3s when you showed you could hit 5 in a game. No. I'm going to take this and look at these numbers and say, yeah, this is going to be a high scoring game. Give me the over 154.5. And we're just going to call it a day. Here, let me go and put that on the list before I forget. 154.5. That's me over. Let's go back to the schedule. That's it. Tomorrow there's one game, and there's 2 on Thursday. I might do like a combo video and combine these 2 tomorrow. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. So I probably will make it easy. And then no video Thursday because it'll be covered, and then back here on Friday, and then there's a couple on Saturday. So yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll be here tomorrow. I appreciate being here. Drop a like, subscribe, check out the HQ, check out Patreon. Yeah, Patreon. Check out Outlier, check out all of it. Drop a like, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow on Wednesday, and we'll cover these 3 games then. Peace.